Jessica, and today I'm going to be doing kind of a Q&A, and I'm just pulling from a lot of my social media, so I put a little snap out on Snapchat. I wanted to do this video because I've been very blessed with a lot of new subscribers lately, and I'm so excited that you guys are kind of a part of this family, and I view it as a family. Like, you guys are some of the best, most supportive friends that I have, so I'm just tickled to death that there are more of you, so let's go ahead and get into it. So this one is from Rosie Annette.
Hey Jessica, I'm just curious, what are your and Tyler's favorite rides and restaurants at Disney World? And have you ever thought about doing a Run Disney Run there?
Great question. Sorry, we just recently talked about, we're going to Disney, we know for sure once this year, but we're pretty sure twice. I could go 10 times. Anyway, but yes, if you didn't know, we're total Disney nuts, and I know there are a lot of us out there, and then there's a lot of people that are like, what? Like, why do you care about Disney? But, so Disney runs, we would love to do one day because, first of all, the medals you get are like amazing, but they are so expensive. So we have been doing the mini marathon here in Indianapolis where we live, so like we're doing that again this year. But we're wanting to both work up to do that there because if we could do, the mini marathon's a half marathon that we run. So we could totally do those in Disney, and Tyler wants to do the ones where it's like the challenges where you do like a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and a full marathon. I'm like, no way, dude. I could do the first three. That's about it. But so we're definitely looking into that, but we need to like save up for that because it's very expensive. Plus they sell out. But all-time favorite Disney ride, oh my gosh. It's hard for me to even pick a favorite park out of like Disney World with Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios, but Splash Mountain really is one of my favorites because you don't really get that wet. I mean, sometimes you do. Like, randomly, I feel like people get soaked, but I've never really gotten that wet where it's uncomfortable, but I just love Splash Mountain. The smell of the ride and the music, and like every once in a while it'll come on shuffle from my phone, the Splash Mountain like medley, and it just puts me in the best mood, and it's just so nostalgic Disney World to me, like forever. So I don't know, something about that ride I love, but there's so many, like I could go on forever. Oh. And I also love like the dark rides like Pirates of the Caribbean or, oh my gosh, the People Mover in Tomorrowland. Tyler and I love the People Mover where it's like that little monorail above Tomorrowland where you can kind of see everything and it goes inside Space Mountain. And we did once ride that when Space Mountain the lights were on in there, because if you didn't know, it's like a completely dark ride indoors, but the lights were on so you could actually see the track, and it was so cool. I know he filmed some. I don't know if he's going to upload that on his channel or not, but it was awesome. That was an awesome question. Put me in a great mood. This next one is from Lily K. Herrick.
Oh my gosh, I love your channel so much.
Thanks.
But I just wanted to know, where do you plan on traveling next? I love your traveling series, and I love you.
Oh, thank you. I liked her sweater. Her sweater looks so comfy. So that is an awesome question. We know we're going to be going to Disney at least once, maybe twice this year, which I'm so excited about. But we're also going on a cruise coming during my spring break. So I'm very excited. I've never been on a cruise. Isn't that, I mean, I feel like everyone goes on cruise all the time, but I've never been on one. So I don't know how that's happened. I've traveled so much, but I've never been on a cruise. So we're going to like all the classics, like, I don't even know where. Tyler knows all the ports of call. Tyler! Ah! Okay, he's ignoring me. Anyway, so we're going to like, I know we're going to Jamaica and Cozumel and like a bunch of different places like that. So I am just so excited and excited to plan that a little bit more like with the shore excursions. But my brother-in-law, Tyler's brother, actually just left for Australia, and he'll be living and working there for an entire year. So ideally we could visit him there, but that is so much more expensive. So we'll see if that's in the cards for this year or not. I'm not sure that it is because I am paying a lot of student loans off. So that's taken it, you know, we save for travel, and it's Tyler's job as well. So I mean, it's almost like a business expense for him as well, you know, like research. And I know that sounds silly, but it is. So we'll see, but I just am so excited for this year. This one is from Morgan Friday.
Hey Jessica, I was wondering if you and Tyler have a specific workout routine. Let me know, love you, bye.
Oh, thank you. That's a good question. Well, we both run a lot. Of course I'm saying that, and I haven't run in like 2 weeks because it has been so cold and just so blah. But anyway, we both have been doing a lot of kettlebell stuff lately, and it's kind of like the year of the kettlebell for us because we've gotten really into it, and it's great because most of it is cardio plus strength training, so you're kind of getting all of it at the same time, which we like because it's like more bang for your buck time wise and effort wise. But we both, you know, when we go to the gym, I'll usually run for a little bit and then, I don't know, I'll just use some machines. I'll do some Pilates on a mat. Usually, I don't do a lot with machines. I usually am doing like yoga or Pilates or just different little exercises on a mat. What's helped me a lot is that when I went to school for theater, we had like conditioning classes where we learned a lot of workouts that you can do with no gym membership, no weights, no money for anything. Things you can do with just yourself and gravity. So that has helped me a lot, and I've just have those kind of implanted in my brain so I can just switch them off. But we're also big fans of YouTube and different videos on there just to switch things up. So that's one thing I would recommend. There's so many amazing, you know, you could do a 10-minute workout and search for that. There's just tons. Next one is from Fafa Betta.
My question for you is, when did you start getting into makeup? I got into makeup when I was 17, and now I work at Ulta. Yay!
That's awesome. Okay, well, what my first like experience with makeup, other than like watching my mom put on her makeup, I remember being in like 6th or 7th grade, and I was in a play, and I really wasn't into theater, but I was doing it because I didn't want to do sports. And so I remember being in a play, and we were backstage, and I saw all the, you know, 8th grade girls who were older than me putting on like blue eyeshadow, and I was like, wow, like that is so cool. So I remember like my mom got me some for the play, you know, and so I just remember putting just blue eyeshadow everywhere. And I swear for like 2 years, I thought, oh, when you're in a show, you wear blue eyeshadow. I'm not even... It's so cute. Thinking back, that's hilarious. And I've never really voiced that, but that is exactly what I thought. Oh, if you're in a show, you wear blue eyeshadow, of course, and red lipstick, and that's just what you do. So that's what I did for a couple years. But I remember really being into just like white eyeliner and just like putting it all over your lid. I was like, this is so cool. And nothing else. I mean, that was it in middle school. So that was kind of my first foray into this. But then when I got to high school, I started really liking it. And when I was like in show choir and drama club and all the shows, I would learn from like people that actually knew what they were doing. They would show us how to apply certain things. And then in college, taking stage makeup classes and learning even more about shadow and light and the actual art of it. So I'm still no makeup artist, don't get it twisted, but you know, I have learned a thing or two. Battery is low. This next one's from Melissa Geo 95.
Hi Jessica, I love you so much. My name's Melissa. I just want to know, what's your favorite thing about teaching? I'm becoming a teacher too. Love you.
Mwah! She has the most beautiful beauty mark. Oh my gosh. Okay, so teacher, I'm excited that you're becoming a teacher, Melissa. We need more of you. I think my favorite thing is every once in a while I'll look out. I feel like I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've talked with you guys about it though. But one of my favorite things is when I'm looking out and maybe I'm feeling stressed in the moment because, you know, there's like a lot of chatter. But I'll kind of walk around and I'll realize that they're all talking, but they're all talking about what we're doing. And every single kid in there is engaged in what we're doing. And that is the most powerful, most exciting thing, because not only does it mean I got them pumped up and excited about it, but it means that they're truly learning, and they're learning by socializing, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think as a teacher, what can be hard is, you know, I'll look down the hall or I'll walk by a classroom and, you know, there are certain classes in my school that they're just silent 100% of the time. I shouldn't say 100%, but it's just so quiet. And I feel like, I'm like, oh, well, I must not be in control of my class if mine's not always just super quiet. But then I remember these moments where I'm looking around or walking around and realizing, oh my gosh, like all 30 of my students are actually engaged in what they're doing, and they're talking, but they're talking about the material. And that is so exciting. There's a million things I could say, but that's just one that popped to my head. Next one is from Shelby Conrad 98.
Jessica, I just got back from work, don't mind my face. What's your favorite part about being a YouTuber?
Okay, you guys are gonna make fun of me when I tell you this. Maybe you won't. You can if you want to. Before I did YouTube, I would do, and I bet I am not the only one that does this, or did this, I should say. But I would like buy, say I would do a haul, like I would go to Walgreens or CVS and get like a couple new makeup products. And I would, whether I'm in my car or maybe I'd just be at home, and when no one was around, I would like pretend to be filming and like talk about the products. But there was no camera filming, and I was totally an adult, like in my 20s. So it's not, I wasn't like really young. No, I was an adult doing this. And I just loved doing that. And what I'm trying not to forget as I'm doing this in my 3rd year is, there are some times where I'm tired or I'm just having a bad week, and I'm like, I only have a certain amount of time that I can film within a week, period. And knowing that, it's really hard if I'm not in the right mood to film, and usually you guys see right through it. You're saying, you're not, are you okay? You know what I mean? But just remembering those moments back to when I would love doing it for no camera. I just liked talking about them to no one. So, you know, getting in that mindset and reminding myself of that, I think really helps, because I am so lucky that I get to talk about all this. I'm looking at makeup down here because I just filmed my January favorites. But I get to talk to you guys about all these little goodies, and I get to show you what they look like, and all these things I used to do for no reason at all, I get to do for a purpose, for you guys to learn about them too, and for you guys to comment below and let me know about stuff. And I just love that. And I love knowing that at any point I can, you know, hop on my YouTube or on one of my social medias and I can talk to you guys, or I can read some uplifting words, and you guys are just wonderful. So there's a lot of favorite parts, but I think that's my favorite part. Kind of like I really am fulfilling a dream of something I loved doing beforehand too. Does that make sense? I don't know. Pinocchio's yipping over there. Tyler must be playing with him. He's going yip, yip. Or he's sleeping and barking. All right, this next one is from Brittany May.
Hi Jessica, I love you. I just wanted to know, how did you know that Tyler was the one? Love you.
Love you too. I don't know. It's funny because I get a lot of questions about our relationship, but then I get a lot of comments from people saying, you know, I don't want to hear about your relationship. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's always mixed, and that's okay. It's kind of to be expected, but I don't know. I think my advice would be you just know, period. But I don't necessarily believe that there's just one soulmate for you. I'm religious, and I know that always, you know, strikes a chord with people, positive, negatively, you know, it is what it is. But for me, and what I believe, not saying you need to believe it, but what I believe is just that, you know, there is a bigger plan, and that my sister put it perfectly the other day. She said it's as if every little event in your life is like just a piece of the puzzle. And, you know, I just feel like you just know when you've met the one, and it's like suddenly everything clicks, and I don't know how else to describe it like that. There was no big moment. There was no fanfare. It was just, there's a song from a musical called Fiorello. I wonder if I can find it. It is the most beautiful. Oh, it's called When Did I Fall in Love? And she's saying, when did I fall in love? What night? Which day? When did I first begin to feel this way? And she's just talking about, you know, where was the crashing chord? Where was the, you know, there was no big moment, but I'm suddenly realizing I am in love with this guy. It's so beautiful. I get the goose. I love that musical so much, and I love that song. If you don't know it, When Did I Fall in Love is what it's called. And it's from Fiorello, the musical, based on Fiorello LaGuardia. Anyway, so I think that's just it. It's just tons of little moments, and you just know. And I think back to relationships I've had that were really long, that, you know, I almost married another guy. And I remember having so much doubt. And with Tyler, I never had that doubt. There might have been doubt of, you know, oh, are we you know, how much longer are we going to wait till we get married, or, you know, things like that. But there was never doubt about him being the one I wanted to be with forever. Ever. I've never had doubt. But I remember in that other relationship and other relationships, there'd be constant doubt. And I think it was never huge doubt where I'm like, oh, you know, but it was just small little things that would make me doubt. And as I look back now on the other side of it, I realize there was a reason. If you're having doubt, there might be a reason. It's not to say you're if you've had doubt and then you still got married, you're with the wrong person, because you can still have doubt. But I just think that if it's a lot of doubt, or even if it's little moments, but it's like all the time, you might want to really think about, why are you having that doubt? There's got to be some reason. And maybe it's just something about you. Maybe it isn't him, just something you need to work on with yourself. I don't know. But anyway, wow, tangent. Whoa. Okay, let's do one more, because this video is going to be 10 miles long. That doesn't make sense. 10 miles long. It doesn't make any sense. This one is from Yo, it's M-Dog.
Hey Jessica, I was wondering what your favorite affordable eyeshadow brand is.
Thanks. Affordable eyeshadow brand. I think I would have to say L'Oreal, because I love their palette, La Palette 1, but I feel NYX is pretty good too though, but sometimes NYX can be really powdery. But like CoverGirl I like, and I like their Roses palette. Maybelline, I like them all, but L'Oreal's the first one that stands out, that I've tried some singles, I've tried some of their palettes, and I just really like it. And maybe it's because they do a lot of neutrals, and I just love neutrals, obviously. All right, one more. This one's from Taylor Evelina.
What is your favorite ride at Disney World? I have to know because Disney is my life.
Well, I've already answered that, but I'm so glad that Disney is your life. That is awesome. We'll do another one. Zuzu Lover.
Hi, I love your channel. I was wondering if you ever get anxiety surrounding like buying a ton of different products and not being able to use everything up.
Yeah.
I know for me personally, over the last like year, I've expanded my collection so much, and now I'm just kind of like, oh my god, I want to use everything up.
Yes, and that, like, I feel like it's such a silly thing because you can't complain about it because it's like, all right, my dad is like group texting me like crazy. You can't possibly use everything, especially when you know, whether you're a YouTuber or maybe you just love makeup. If you're watching this, you probably do, and you might be, you know, expanding a lot, as she said. And so I feel like it gets overwhelming in the weirdest way, and so much so that it almost like floods out into the rest of my life, where, you know, you guys know I've decluttered my closet so much that I went from like 100 shirts to like 30, but I love it, and it's so refreshing, and I want to do the same. I've decluttered my collection. I have gotten rid of so much, but the thing is, every week I'm getting new packages in from different companies. So, and I try some out. Some of them, if I know right off the bat, then I might pass on to a sister, but you know, you only have one face. And so I think what I'm kind of starting to steer towards is having just like my makeup drawer right there of just products that I'm gonna personally use, have a couple drawers of things I'm wanting to review soon, and decide if I want to keep in my small curated collection, and if not, it goes. And I'm almost thinking that having all of these drawers, because you can't see, but down below here and here, I have 2 more drawer systems like that, but shorter. I think having all this space for storage is almost a curse now, because I'm like, well, I'm, you know, if I get rid of all this stuff, what am I going to put in these drawers? And I don't want to get rid of the drawers, but I'm realizing, you know, I can repurpose these to be, you know, they could go in our garage, and I could put other things in them. You know, we could use them for tools. There's so many things we could use to repurpose them. And I think sometimes having tons of storage makes you feel like you need to fill the things, and you don't. So again, another tangent, but it is overwhelming, and it's a weird problem, but if you know what we mean, then you do, and if you don't, then you just don't. I don't know. So that's all I'm gonna answer. I could do this all night, I swear, but I gotta stop it at some point. But let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you like Q&As. I love just talking to you guys. I feel like I don't know, it's like, it makes me feel like I really am talking to you when I do these kinds of videos. So let me know down below if you have any other questions. I might be able to answer them in my next Q&A that I do. Hopefully, like, I would love to do them every month. Let me know what you think. If is every month too often, maybe, I don't know. I've done like a live video once before, and it was so much fun because you guys could get on, but it was so hard to like see who was commenting. It's very confusing if you've ever been a part of one, but I'd love to do that again. So let me know if that'd be something you guys would be interested in as well. So other than that, I will sign off, but hopefully you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.